Generate unlimited money undetected by executing the back-to-back strategy on the Diamond Casino heist. Alongside Cayo Perico, this is the best way to make money in the game. If you're entirely new to the Diamond Casino, watch the entire video. You could also just skip to one of the chapters listed in the video description. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you found the information helpful. Now, let's get into it. Like in our video on Cayo Perico, we're going to start from the beginning, which is purchasing an arcade that will need to play the Diamond Casino heist. Head over to the green H on your map, press right on the D-pad, and meet Lester at the green L. As for the location, the closer to the casino, the better. Definitely avoid the arcades that aren't located in Los Santos. The arcade slightly south of the casino is the best because you can use the tunnel system to your advantage during missions to lose the cops, and you're very close to the casino for the finale. None of these purchasable options will give you any advantage in the heist, so if you're short on money, you might as well buy it bare bones. Once you have bought the arcade, you will need to complete a setup mission to gather some equipment. In this mission, you'll have to kill the driver of a truck, which may seem a little tricky. I recommend picking a reasonably fast car, driving ahead of the truck, and then pressing and holding R3 on the controller to lock your camera pointing backward. Try to aim for the driver's head to kill him instantly. I personally recommend using the tactical SMG over the micro SMG or the AP pistol, but all three should be able to do the job. After you've collected the truck with the equipment, deliver it to your arcade and head to the basement. During your first playthrough, you'll be asked to scope out a couple things. I'll walk you through the important bit. When you first arrive, make a picture of the front door and then follow me towards the tunnel at the back, and make a picture of this door as well. Then, head over to this point on the map, enter this drainage tunnel and make a picture of this area on the wall. Head back to the casino, make a picture of an guard, the keypad, and the camera. Then, head outside and make a picture of this rear door of the casino. Now scope out your target, which will always be cash if it's your first time playing this heist. Setting up a casino may seem confusing at first, but it's not that complicated. To clear up any confusion, I'll mark what we can ignore and focus on the important bits. If you press on the first scope out mission, you'll be able to find more access points that aren't shown in this video. Other than scoping out new access points, this mission serves no purpose. The other scope out mission is meant to find out what target you get, so this is your first mission, which we've just completed because we already know that we're going to get cash. And at the bottom you'll see the 3 potential approaches. For your first heist, please avoid silent and sneaky, as this one is by far the hardest one to pull off. I would recommend choosing Big Con because it's the easiest. To unlock hard mode for the Big Con approach, first complete it on normal difficulty. After that, you cannot replay the Big Con immediately and must choose between silent or aggressive approach. If the Big Con isn't available, I just go for aggressive. Once you complete the mission with the aggressive approach, Big Con will be available again, now in hard mode. By alternating between aggressive and Big Con, you can keep playing on hard mode. We need to figure out which target we want. The best target in the game is diamonds, but like the Panther, they are only available during special event weeks. The other 3 targets that are always available are cash, paintings, and gold. Don't be fooled by the value of gold. Paintings are much better. It's even debatable if paintings are better than diamonds. On the next setup board, you will be able to select your crew and complete all the setup missions required for your approach. For the Big Con approach, we want to have the cheapest gunman, the cheapest driver, and preferably the best hacker. Paige and Avi are both really good. You can unlock Paige by buying a terabyte from warstock.com, and you can unlock Avi by destroying all 50 jammers scattered throughout the map. Next, we have the setup missions. For the Big Con specifically, you will want to do the missions currently highlighted on the board. Collecting 54 playing cards is also helpful, as this will give you a permanent exit disguise, and I would recommend just buying the security passes at the bottom right of your screen. I applied the same visualization for the setup boards that will display for both the aggressive approach and the silent approach. Assuming you have completed all the necessary missions to prepare for the heist, we can move on to the final setup board. Here, we can launch the heist, invite our partner, and use this board to start the heist. During the big con approach, follow this setup. For entry, select Grub Sex. For exit, select Staff Lobby. For buyer, always select High Value. Like with the last setup board, I will show what this board looks like for both the aggressive and silent approach. So, we chose to set up our big con with our Grub Sex gear for our first run. Since you want your back-to-back setup with the big con approach as well, this run will also apply to your main setup. If you own the arcade south of the casino, just drive to this spot to save a little bit of time. Everything with big con is pretty straightforward. Just use the stairs because it's quicker. Run down the staircase to the basement, simply run past all the guards, and open the door with your partner. Entering the vault with big con is also easy, as the guard will basically do it for you. We cover the vault in another chapter in this video. In case this is your first run, just take whatever cash you can get your hands on and get out of there before being detected. A good rule of thumb is to always leave with around 20 seconds on the clock. After you've collected the loot, simply run all the way back, go up the stairs to the highest point, and wait here. There will always be a guard circling in this area, so make sure you knock him out carefully. I do this by going into third-person mode, aiming my gun at the guard, then walking towards him until I am near him, and pressing circle to knock him out. I then check if this door is open because it's a shortcut. In this case, it isn't, so I have to go around the elevator shaft. You can simply ignore this camera. Next, wait at this spot for the guard to turn around. Here is something to be aware of. The guards can't look through the huge glass window, but they can see you through the little windows in the doors. Now over to the last guard, who will be circling in this area. Simply wait for him to turn around and run towards the locker room. In here, you should have your exit disguise, which you can use to safely exit the casino. Once outside, there are two possible scenarios. 1. You've remained undercover, with the cops actively searching for you. And 2. You've been caught inside the casino, with the cops actively chasing you. Assuming you did not get caught, simply follow this route. First, run to this specific news agent over here, and take him out with circle. Then head over to the tunnel and run straight through the Lost MC Motor Club hideout. In case you were caught inside the casino, run straight ahead and follow my route. By the way, if you run in first person or jump in third person, you're faster than with a regular sprint. In both situations, you'll end up around the entrance of the Lost MC Motor Club hideout. Over here, you might get lucky if an NPC car spawns near you. If this happens, either walk towards it with your gun holstered. The moment you press triangle to enter the car will stop for you. You could also try to shoot the driver, but this is difficult as your gun won't lock on automatically. If there is no car nearby, your only option is to simply run towards your exit vehicles. Once you're driving, head over to this location on the map. When you arrive, make a large wide turn here and check if your helicopter has spawned on the roof. If you don't see the helicopter, simply go around the block and check again. It should spawn eventually. Go up the cop building as shown here and make sure you don't miss this jump over here. Once you're in the helicopter, fly towards your end destination. To execute the back-to-back strategy on the casino, wait until the end of this video. First, let's dive into the more important bits. Mastering the casino requires you to master the vault. The time is extremely limited, so make sure to practice your hacking skills inside your arcade, or watch my hacking tutorial. Regarding the vault itself, It is divided into the center, Section 1, Section 2, and Section 3. The openings between these sections and the center depend on the configuration you get. There are a total of 6 configurations for cash, gold, and diamonds, and 4 configurations for artwork. As a general rule of thumb, the more experienced hacker should run straight to Section 2, while the less experienced hacker goes to Section 3 or takes whatever is available. Once Section 2 is open, the less experienced hacker should loot it. For artwork, it is possible to clean out the vault for all 4 configurations if both players are experienced enough. For cash, gold, and diamonds, it isn't always possible to empty the vault. If you don't have enough time to empty the vault, just leave the loot in Section 1 and grab whatever is in the center last. One side note: if you choose the silent and sneaky approach, you'll have to drill through the vault door. To do this quickly without overheating, try to stay around 100 degrees Fahrenheit while rapidly spamming your R2 button. Ideally, you want to grab the loot before the timer runs out. However, if this isn't possible, such as during an aggressive approach, others can benefit from a special CO ability called Associate Health Regen, which activates when in proximity to the CO. This will counter the damage from the gas for a certain amount of time. To create the best possible setup for our back-to-back strategy, we'll head over to our first setup board. Here, we're going to select the Big Con approach with hard mode unlocked. Considering diamonds aren't available, we'll want paintings as our primary target. A quick tip: if you don't get your desired target, simply call Lester on your way out of the casino and cancel the heist. The next time you visit your setup board, a new target will appear automatically. With our paintings and Big Con on hard mode set, we'll head over to the second setup board. Our crew consists of the cheapest gunman, the cheapest driver, and the best hacker. For unmarked weapons, we choose the micro SMG loadout. For the getaway vehicles, I personally go for the Sentinel Classic. After collecting our getaway vehicles and weapons, we'll need to gather the hacking device, the vault keycards, the vault drills, both the Grupp Sex outfits and the Grupp Sex stockade. Finally, we'll buy the security passes, and in case you haven't collected the 54 playing cards, we'll also just buy our exit disguises. To start off, you will be the host. So go to the third setup board in your arcade and select the following options. Finally, give your partner the maximum cut and start the heist. Upon entering the helicopter, you'll have to sit in the passenger seat. While flying, press start, go to settings, and lower your music all the way down. We do this to make sure we hear a specific noise. This noise will be our indicator of when to close the app. I will play this specific noise for you right now, 3 times in total. What we have to do is listen closely to this noise and wait until it has finished playing. Only after this specific noise has finished playing, you close your application. I will now show a demonstration. Look carefully at the text that I've written at the top of the screen. This text indicates our time window. Now, hover over the Close Game button and listen very carefully to the ending sound. Did you hear it? I will play it again. The timing for the casino is a little tighter compared to the timing for Cayo Perico. However, considering it's easier to get the desired setup, the Diamond Casino is still worth running. If you close your app correctly, your partner will receive the money, and you won't lose your Diamond Casino heist. An important tip: always clear your cache when you start the game up again. To do this, simply launch the game, wait 2 seconds, and tap the R1 and L1 button a few times, hold it, and then press X while holding it. If the game gives us either of these 2 screens, it means that we cleared the cache successfully. If you don't do this, you should be good for the first 2 runs, but the game will automatically wipe your heist on the 3rd run. This will cause you to lose your setup. If there are any questions, you could leave them in the comments. In case you are looking for a friendly GTA crew, join Vinewood Network and benefit from our 24/7 friendly private lobbies. Thanks for watching.